Lovely to be joined in the studio by our innovational nutritionist, Sarah Di Lorenzo. Nice to see you in the flesh.
Hi, thanks for having
You've
me.
been working so hard in the run-up to Christmas, haven't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you getting a bit of time off as well?
Definitely, yeah. I'm taking my girls to the Gold Coast next week for 10 days, which
Woohoo!
I'm really looking forward to. Yeah.
Oh, good for you. Well, you've been a sweetie and brought in a little Christmas present for me. And
Yes.
of course, they are just healthy things. So
Yes.
take me through the goodies, because I want to talk a bit about travelling, but doing so in a healthy way as well. So some really important tips coming up for people heading off on either long road trips or trips interstate or overseas even.
So the little presents were a Meta B, which is a B vitamin, which was given to you to support your liver and give you energy over this Christmas period.
I mean, what do you think? What do you
Do you
say?
need liver support?
Well, possibly. I just want to be
I'm not
held.
implying anything. I'm just.
This is from the Metagenics range. I like their stuff.
I love their stuff. I think they're fantastic.
So a Meta B, what's that going to do for me?
It just gives you energy and it supports your liver. And I think people just tend to be, they're drinking a lot more, they're having maybe different foods that are a little bit more toxic than usual or refined. So, and the big thing with B vitamins is you have it in the morning and it's for energy.
Okay, yeah. It fuels all
Yes.
the energy, the mitochondria, everything.
Yes.
Boom, bada boom.
Yes.
You've taught me well.
Yes.
Okay, what else is there?
Well, I like this vitamin D liquid. I put it, you can take it in you can have it in a smoothie, you can put it on the back of your hand, a couple of drops, and I just think every Australian needs vitamin D. It's the vitamin D deficiency is massive.
Now, hold on. This is what we get when we are out in the sun, right? Our body then synthesises this, does it not?
Yes.
But if we don't get enough, because we put on so much block out and 50 plus these days.
People are over the top with that. I mean, look, I do get all that, but people do go to the extremes with that. And I do understand all that, but I just think that there's so many signs and symptoms of vitamin D deficiency that people don't understand. And supplementing definitely in winter is something that I consider essential, but, a few drops here and there are fantastic.
You won't need it on the Gold Coast.
No, definitely
Beautiful
not.
one day,
I know.
as they say.
Yes.
But it's a dropper. I can put it in a smoothie or just rub it in the back of my hand.
Oh, no, you just put it on the back of your hand, and some people might put a few drops on and just lick it off if they don't want to put it in their mouth.
Is it any good?
No.
I'll lick up some sunshine right now.
No, it's fantastic. And the last little
there's
gift-
another little energy bar thing here. What's this?
It's a Keto Bar. Look, they're protein bars. They're fantastic for curbing your appetite. It keeps people who are in ketosis, but as well, before you go to your big Christmas feast, if you have a Keto Bar, you'll be a little bit more satiated and your blood sugars will be stable and you won't overeat.
Okay, yeah. You really do know me. Yeah, no, I needed that. You got about 6 more of these. So ketosis is the state we want to be in when we're
Fat burning.
Yeah, which is kind of when you're on is it when you're on a calorie reduced intake
It's
that
just
you
when
induce a kind of ketosis?
I mean, look, I love ketosis, but I think for people who want to lose weight, ketosis is fantastic, and it's where your liver produces ketones, and ketones actually use fat for fuel. Yeah,
Okay.
and so that's actually part of a ketogenic diet that I use in my weight loss programs.
Okay, now if I slurp on some of this vitamin D liquid, am I just going to feel like I've sunburnt my tongue? What's the deal?
I don't know. Why don't you do it and tell me? Let's see.
Okay.
Go on.
It doesn't taste of anything.
It's
thank
quite
goodness.
tasteless,
It's
yeah.
just strange. What a strange thing to be licking up some sunshine.
Some
How do I
people-
make this?
Actually, I can't answer that.
Exactly.
Maybe that's a whole other segment.
Well, it's just
how do you make vitamin D liquid?
Black magic
Have to ask
going on here.
Metagenics.
Okay. Now, people are travelling, including yourself.
Yes.
Jet lag becomes a factor, obviously, as well. Is that just because we're thrown out of time zones, or can you get it? I always feel, even if, you go between a state or you head west, you lose half an hour or 2 or 3 hours if you're going to WA.
Look, jet lag is it's considered a temporary disorder that causes fatigue and insomnia, and it's because of travel over time zones. And it's a circadian rhythm sleep disorder that really disrupts the body clock.
Mm-hmm.
The thing about jet lag is it happens it's to do with time zones. Do you know how many time zones we have in the world?
Do we have 24?
Yes, we do. Tick.
How about that?
Yeah. And so anyway, if you travel 8 time zones, your recovery is going to be at 2 time zones per day. So that's how you work out your recovery, and that's so that's understanding and planning ahead with travel, understanding how you'll be at the other end. That's a rough estimate. The thing about jet lag is it's the primary symptoms are things like fatigue and insomnia, but it's also those secondary ones, which are things like anxiety, irritability, confusion, disorientation, diarrhea, constipation, lack of coordination. So it's something that people can really prep themselves for when they travel.
Not the way you want to start a holiday.
No, it's
right?
not. It's definitely not.
Okay, so we've always been taught and told to drink as much as we can in terms of just liquid, H2O, not the in-flight freebies.
Yes.
And even try and set your body clock even before you leave.
Look, I think people 2 weeks before they travel, they should be getting lots of sunlight, eating a really clean, lean diet, nothing processed, nothing refined. Exercise is really important as well. So, getting yourself, you can't really set your body clock for another country, but you can prepare yourself for it. And you can also prepare yourself for when you land. That's the other big thing.
Yeah. And would it not hurt to splash a little bit of vitamin D liquid on yourself?
Vitamin D liquid would be fantastic.
I would have it on my eye mask and just have it all over my face.
Yes.
That's a good one. Okay. Does diet help to minimise jet lag?
Look, diet kind of, things like definitely having that lean, whole food diet, nothing refined, nothing that's going to be inflammatory. The big things, though, with jet lag is things like minimising coffee, alcohol, fruit juices, especially in flight, because they will disrupt sleep patterns and they can create anxiety.
Fruit juices will?
Yeah, fruit juices in flight as well. They're just
Is it just
sugar.
a factor of being in flight or fruit juices in general? Because they're a good thing.
In flight, definitely in flight. Coffee, tea and alcohol before and after, definitely to minimise.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, it's all about hydration because the cabin is so dehydrating.
Yeah.
Yes. So.
Just go buy a private jet and you can have the pressures down a bit lower.
I want to do that, I know.
Wouldn't that be just amazing? A rock star way to arrive at your holiday.
Yes.
Okay, what about when travelling? We always seem to go a little bit overboard. And by little, I mean just a whole lot.
Yes.
And then we seem to come home from a holiday a little bit overweight, Sarah, if I could put it nicely.
Yeah, look, I've had a lot of my patients in my clinic talk to me about weight gain and travel. And the thing is, it's not, I've explained to them that you're travelling, your primary objective for travel is actually to experience another country and not to really, then the food is like a complementary thing. So what I say to them is basically, first of all, a great tip is to learn intermittent fasting, because if you do have a big day on the food, the next day you can do a fast day. I love that tip. Another one is it's everything about travel, Ed, is the 3 P's. Plan, pack, and protein, and that's what I tell them. So when you before you have even left, contact your airline. A lot of airlines are very savvy about low carb meals and gluten-free meals and vegetarian meals if you want. So organise that. But whilst you're travelling, pack yourself proteins through protein bars like you've got there, or a tin of tuna. Now, pack a skipping rope. 15 minutes in a hotel room with a skipping rope is going to help keep you fit. I tell people to walk everywhere. Pack your skinny jeans and a tape measure to keep on track if you want to just make sure you're not gaining weight. Because I don't think for me, gaining 5 kilos on a holiday and coming back, broken, overweight, to me is not the idea of post-holiday fun.
Good point. It's a good point.
But I've got the other thing I'd always explain to people is if you're organised, and here we are, it all comes down to planning ahead. If you're organised with your snacks, by packing proteins, you will, understand that you won't be as ravenous when it comes to big meals and stuff, but also either side of a big meal have just protein to keep the weight off.
Yeah.
If you're at a buffet, there's the other thing is the buffet. People have this buffet mentality where they feel they just need to go and eat and eat and eat. If the buffet's not included, go to the local grocery store and buy yourself your own breakfast materials and make them ingredients and make them yourself in your hotel room.
Curse the buffet. It's got one of everything.
But if the buffet's included, I tell people just go up to the chef that's making the omelette, get your omelette, sit down and enjoy it and leave. There is no need to pack in 2,000 calories. People seem to think that they just need to
But
eat.
there's pastries. There's those little sweet sausages.
And then they pack all those high sugary things. Oh, quick, we're going to throw some in the bag for the day excursion. And they just that's not necessary. You don't need 2,000 calories that are going to skyrocket your sugars.
Discipline, you're quite right.
Yes.
What about if we're not flying but doing like a long road trip, which I know many people are? I've already seen plenty of cars around town packed up, ready to go.
Yeah, and you know what? That's great ideas for that. So basically you've got your perishables and your non-perishables. So here we are again, it's all about packing. So I mean, you don't want to pull up to a service station and you haven't got any food and the kids are hungry and you walk in there and you've got poor options like meat pies, chips, chocolate bars, etc. So if you plan it, you can put a little esky in your car. You can do things like boiled eggs, hummus, carrot sticks. Nut butters are fantastic to pack all the time.
Nut butters? Okay.
Yeah, nut butters are great with some vegetable sticks. So you can have all of those. Boiled eggs are great. So you can have some meats and all those kind of things. Salad as well, just put the dressing on the side. And if that can be for the first leg of the trip, and for the back leg of the trip, you've got things like beef jerky, protein bars, trail mix, nuts and seeds, dried fruit. Again, here we go, the little portable packs of nut butters, as well as, what else is a good one? Oh, fruit. Of course, fruit.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. And, of course, lots of water. It's just planning. It's just being organised.
Alrighty. And lots of fun I Spy games for that interminable drive for 6 hours. Yeah, good stuff. That's a great way. A little checklist for everybody. Plan, pack and protein.
Yes,
just about every minute you possibly can. I love it. The 3 Ps to get us out of 2017 safely and start 2018 with a bang. Hey, can we check in with you next week just ahead of what'll be New Year's Eve that weekend?
Absolutely.
And maybe we can kind of get some solid New Year's resolutions around health into our system and get just firing into the new year?
I would love to do that. I've already got some great ideas.
Oh, we'll call you from the Gold Coast where you'll be so relaxed.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks, Sarah.